A bit nervous, huh? A bit nervous. Oh, so man, today I just wanted to do a reaction video. I wanted to finally react to something. I've been making videos, but honestly, it's not really anything that I've been wanting to drop. So let's see if I want to drop this, but sorry for the real shaky camera. My camera is attached to my desk, so if I'm tweaking out or whatever, it's gonna shake, or if I'm shaking my legs or anything, it's gonna shake. But let's check this video out. So this video is basically Walmart on Black Friday. Honestly, I don't even know when Black Friday is, so I'm gonna just keep it real with you. So we're gonna react. It look like a regular day. Regular old day.
I have seen countless of videos of Walmart on Black Friday, and videos like this are showing that it was completely empty. Now, me personally, I didn't do any Black Friday shopping, but I've seen countless of videos and so many people talking about boycotting Black Friday. Now, I'm not going to be misleading in saying that all Walmarts at all times of the day were empty throughout the entire store. That's not what I'm coming out here to say. But you have seen a huge decrease in traffic within Walmart stores around the United States. And, you know, it's been like that for the past couple years, but I think this year with the boycotts, with where the economy is, with, you know, how the costs and the prices of things are, I think a lot of people decide to skip out. And last thing I'm gonna say about this is a lot of people have also shifted to shop online only versus coming into the stores. But, you know, there's many other stories. Let's check the
Black Friday shopping. I'm here at Walmart to go see what's going on. They should call this I Can't Afford Shit Friday, because AutoPay done hit me. I ain't got no money in my account, but I love some good cheese. I'm trying to go see what people doing. So I'm here at Walmart, and the parking lot does not look that full. It's very empty. Look at it, very empty. Look, the store is completely empty. Oh my God. Yo, Black Friday is...
Let me crack my back. Oh, I don't know if you guys was able to hear that, but my goodness. Oh. Okay. Let's get into it. So from what I'm seeing, they're boycotting Walmart because they're not opposing Trump. So boycott takes aim at businesses not opposing Trump. So they got Home Depot, they got some Amazon, they got some Targets. We'll watch this video next. Let's take a look. Let's just watch this. I don't have a full understanding of this, but I tell you what, I bet I can pretty much guess and tell you what's going on if I got to.
Rough this year. It's because of the bullshit they got on sale, right? Like, come on, man. Who the fuck need all this shit? My kid don't need no more fucking toys. He need to clean his motherfucking room. Look at this. You want me to believe this was really $189 and now it's $88? You got me fucked up. Are y'all going Black Friday shopping this year? This shit dull. They ain't got no fucking specials. You know what they need to have on sale? Motherfucking steak and chicken wings and deodorant. Yo, deodorant go fast. Now, remember when deodorant lasted a long time?
Deodorant do go fast.
Or something. God damn. Don't nobody need a motherfucking crock pot, a TV. How many TVs do we need? We done been bought that shit. I got every TV in every room in my house and 2 in the garage. I don't fuck with no more. Now, see, they really would have been doing their thing if they had my polo on sale. That Ralph Lauren, $17 is a fair price. But if it was for the 12, I'd have bought one color, every color.
Oh, God.
Still full price. Look at this shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This the section that need to be on Black Friday special. But this is how they treat us, right? Look, they want to give you a discount on the shit that going out of date. They don't want to give you the Black Friday special on the chuletas. This need to be on Black Friday special. Look at this shit. Bruh, $17. And it's not even the good meat. This the bullshit meat. Look at that shit. All beat up and shit. This was the domestic violence chicken. Black Friday's a wash. This shit ass city. You know, years ago, when products were becoming relevant, like air fryers and TVs, they'd have specials. But this shit, no, we don't need shit. We got so much shit. The store empty as a motherfucking ghost. But let me know if you Black Friday shopping, what you looking for, what you trying to buy. I was on Nike's website because we going on a cruise and everybody need new sneakers. 10% off, 15%. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, and shout out to the creator, man. Like honestly, during the time that he was there, and it looks like it was kind of like the morning, maybe like 8, maybe 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever time it is. It doesn't matter. I remember when the days when Black Friday used to be packed out from wall to wall with throughout the store. But like I said, they may just be doing online shopping, and I'm very curious to see how the Q4 numbers, compare as to how it was last year or the years before. We'll see, as the time goes on. But even seeing like people, a lot of people have been saying that, hey, they need to put groceries on Black Friday or essentials or deodorant or, everyday goods. People don't want this.
Let's keep hearing them out.
This crazy electronics and crock pots and, random stuff. They need their essentials. Pay my bills. Put my rent on a Black Friday deal. Put my electricity on a Black Friday deal. Put gas on Black Friday deal. That's what people are saying, specifically in the comments as well as all over. This thing is going viral, and I got more videos. Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Ended up going to the Black Friday deals in Walmart, but for some reason they just weren't hitting this year. Everything was there, not much of a deal, and I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed fist fighting somebody for a pair of socks. I even told my sister the other day we should go and just start fighting each other and see if other people join, just for fun. All this built up rage and anger I got inside, I need to let it out in.
Bro, look at all of that stuff still on the shelf, and look how, and again, it's Black Friday, so I don't know if they were expecting a rush or if they weren't expecting a rush. I'm not sure on the insight that they had prior to going into Black Friday. So they may have been like, man, look, all of our stuff gets sold online and let's keep it pushing. But you still have to look at the items and the merchandise in that area. None of that shit is gone. They got all of that stuff for people to come. So logically, their mind 9 times out of 10 was not that they were shopping online. Their mind was these people are finna come in here and get this stuff. But Black Friday is definitely different.
Walmart, because where else can I let it out? On my family? Is that what you want, Walmart? And I also remember that it was only a specific day when it was, and people already didn't even know this was on and popping. And then there's other stores that are coming out in a few days with their Black Friday deals. The people are confused. We don't even know what they shop. Am I the only one feeling this way? But I did get this set though. Okay, bye. I end.
45 for 89, 43 for 89, 168. What's up? 55. I'm gonna keep it real. Just as that man said, he got a TV in every room in his house, and this ain't being cocky or acting like I got money or whatever it is, because we got all our TVs for free. We got all our TVs for free. So I don't know if people are giving stuff away nowadays, but man, I got like this 8K TV downstairs. I got it. I do AV work, and this rich dude was giving away some TVs, and he gave me one basically. So another TV came. Actually, I bought some broke TVs. I prefer to buy a $20 TV online, and somebody tell me the screen just went out, it's not turning back on, and replace the power supply rather than go buy a $178 TV or something like that. That's a 55-inch. Mine a 55-inch. My TV cost $3,000. And again, I didn't buy it. It was given to me. And then I have another Samsung in my bedroom that was given to me. We have a TV on the patio that was given to me by my girlfriend's mom. The TV in my bedroom was given to me by the same dude. The TV in here on this wall, where did we get this TV from? I don't know. I might have to think about that one. I don't know where I got that TV from. I know I just got it though, because we were looking for a TV in here. I don't know, but yeah, don't nobody need any TVs. TVs are cheap as it is anyway. 170 something for 55 inches isn't even a lot nowadays. Back in the day, you have one of them big booty TVs or big butt TVs or whatever you want to call it, and they would cost absorbent amount of money. But these are relatively cheap. The ads pay for you. But that's still the problem. You still got a cheap TV up there and nobody's coming to buy it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's worse. It's like it's worse than even just regular people not coming. Samsungs are nice. That's what I got at Samsung. It was made 2022 or something like that, but it was supposed to be future proof, if that makes sense.
Guys, I'm your Walmart bestie. I just pulled up at Walmart. It's 6 a.m. and I just wanted to see what was going on at my Walmart. I'm off today, but you know I have to bring y'all the news, the Walmart stuff, right? So I came to our Black Friday event and people was talking about boycotting and all that. So I was like, they not gonna boycott. Look, it's gonna be full when I go over there. The parking lot gonna be full. Now you do see that cars are pulling in, but look at this parking lot. This is nothing like it used to be, guys. Remember the days? I think those days been gone anyways, but I was still expecting more than this. I mean, like, look at this parking lot. I am gonna do a part 2. I am going to go to another Walmart that's like 10 minutes away. Feel like it'll be a little bit busier. And I'm gonna go by Target's parking lot also. I live in a shopping hub. We got a lot of stores by my house. So, I mean, we probably got at least 4 Walmarts within 30 minutes of me, but this one is the one that I work at. I'm actually gonna go in too, so
Man, I was working at Walmart. I worked at Walmart fresh out of high school. Was it fresh out of high school? Kinda. So, my bad. Worked at Walmart. No, worked at McDonald's. Then I worked at Rouse's. Then I went to Walmart. I worked at Walmart for, I want to say, a year, close to 2 years, probably 2 years, definitely. And I've experienced two Black Fridays, almost. For a fact, one. I know for a fact one. I remember one. There was so many people in the Walmart, and they were planning. They were literally planning. So they took me out of my department and put me just on the floor just to watch people. So I was out of my department. Instead of putting stuff up, putting stuff on the shelves and all of that type of stuff, I was taken out of my spot to watch people just not fight and all of that type of stuff. So when I went through that, I mean, like, at the time, that was your average Black Friday, right? You wouldn't have expected nothing more, nothing less. I mean, like, I grew up going through this stuff, and you grew up seeing people get in fights and all of that type of stuff at Black Friday. But I don't necessarily think this is, I guess you could call it a boycott, but it's not a boycott towards the person that they believe is boycotting. And this is the problem. And I'm gonna keep playing this, but I'm gonna elaborate a little bit later on. But I just want to see it, and I want to see what's going on so I could confirm and understand exactly what's happening. But this ain't no, you could be boycotting Trump, but this ain't affecting Trump. That's all I want to say.
gonna finish this video.
Trump don't own no Walmart.
Walmart being empty during Black Friday does not surprise me. Best Buy being empty during Black Friday does not surprise me. All these stores being empty during Black Friday does not surprise me. And the only people that's at fault are these companies, because y'all have drove the prices up so high that consumerism can't keep up. And I never thought that we will ever see this day that consumerism wouldn't be able to keep up with the prices of things now. People have now realized that the deals that you guys are having are phony. People are realizing that you guys are marking up things before they go on sale. So then the sales price even ends up being higher than the actual price before Black Friday. And then y'all don't even have the courtesy to take the sticker off before the sale so that people wouldn't figure it out. People have also started shopping online a lot more, which even that market isn't doing too good, because people are now realizing that y'all are even marking up those prices before y'all quote unquote put them on sale. So why are these stores empty? It's because they got too greedy. It's as simple as that. They have outgreeded consumerism, and that's saying a lot. You want people to shop at your store for Black Friday?
And from my understanding, when online shopping came out, it was supposed to be cheaper because you were supposed to be getting rid of the middleman. The middleman who I don't know who the middleman is. I think at the end of the day, it still got to get to your house, and it still got to go through about 3 to 4 people's hands regardless. You got the farmer, you got the people who transport the goods, you got the people who stock the goods, you got the people who assort them in a warehouse, then you got the people who send them to you. Bro, none of this shit was supposed to be cheaper from the get-go. It just looked good so that you guys can start going online and start shopping, and then you guys would misrepresent prices. I don't know. I don't know. In my head, though, I always go shopping. Bro, if I want something, I'm going to get it via thrifting, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or OfferUp, or I'm going to the store to go actually buy it. I rarely get stuff from online. If I get something from online, it's either an iPhone digitizer or the full screen to replace my iPhone screen if I broke it, or it's some tech stuff like not even a external hard drive, because I'll go to the store and get that. Probably like something you can't get in the store at all. Why would I shop online to go get something that I could go down the street and go get today? I'm like, Amazon Prime do it same day, but it's not when I want it. I could go in my car right now and go get something. And then the thing about it is, they have particular things that are really sold online. I got like the CPU thermal paste. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I like technology and all of that type of stuff. But the thermal paste that I need to get and put on my CPU or whatnot, it's not in Walmart. So there's only one place I can get it, and that's the only reason why I'm gonna go online and go get it, if that makes sense.
Friday, bring the actual deals back. Make things actually 80% off. And the craziest thing about Black Friday this year is that I feel like Lowe's won. Lowe's, like out of all the stores, Lowe's. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all in the next one.
So I'm on my way into Walmart to see how many people are shopping on Black Friday.
I'm not sure.
This is my Walmart where I work at, and we just gonna see how busy it is.
Yeah, nah. I'm telling you, my Walmart was packed.
And listen,
you know what? Walmart on a regular day in Tampa is more packed than that. And normally it's people walking around, people got to shop. But I have no clue on what's going on. And I would like to understand. And from my understanding, they're boycotting these places because of Trump. But let's just keep watching.
See what everybody looking to buy, because I see some people that's kind of speeding ahead. That's kind of running. As you can see, it's empty right here. It's pretty empty. Nobody, got a couple of people going this way. Not that many. Kind of quiet, real quiet. Let's go back to electronics. I guess that's where the action would be. I know back in the days, that's where the action was, electronics. So I'm gonna head to electronics.
And this where the boys should be.
Right now, y'all can see.
This where the guys, the men should be.
Not that many people in here. But like I said, the action is always in electronics. And we're gonna get to where the shippers are.
I think I was super loud. I think I still am super loud. Hold up.
These are the main
Is that
shippers.
straight? That's a little better? Yeah, that's a little better.
You can see a couple of people. We're gonna keep walking. That's that scoop collection that I was telling y'all about. We still have a lot left. Just walking in. Not that many people out here, guys. Let's go to electronics and see if that's where the line is going to get longer. Wow. Not that many people over here at all. Not that many people in electronics. I was expecting way more.
No, bro, is that more? Is that my Walmart?
Okay, I'm gonna go up this way. We got some more shippers.
I don't know. It just looked like my Walmart, and I felt like a lot of stuff recently since I've moved down here. I noticed a lot of Ocala, Miami, Tampa videos. Like a lot of the videos, not a lot of the videos, but I recognize the places. I don't know about this Walmart, but I wouldn't be surprised as much as I didn't seen.
I hear people over here.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
No, I'm just videotaping. You know I do TikTok. Not that many people.
Don't tell Walmart that.
They still unwrapping stuff. Not that many people. Hey, Naya. How you doing? As you can see, it's not that many people in here at all. Pretty empty, guys. Okay, bye.
She said, deuces.
As the price.
I told y'all I'm a nerd person. That's the first thing that came on. But no, we finna check this out right here. I'm about to copy this link. Did I copy the link? Maybe, maybe not.
Of PC parts.
I love these guys, and I love that Asthma Gold just had these guys on their video. This shit is crazy. But I really hope that Linus Tech Tips are doing good, and I believe he has moved to another company, not another company, but he started his own streaming channel, and I guess they gave him a great payout with Linus Tech Tips, the way he went about it. And I've been watching them for a super long time, since I was like the beginning of high school, so I really wish the best for them. This is what I meant to click, but forget it. Let's see.
So this time of year.
So mind you, I want you guys to understand, if you're with me and you're in my little community or whatnot, I'm gonna turn this down just a tad bit. If you want to join my little community and whatnot, because I don't have anybody, but I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I will stand by Republicans today. My mindset may change tomorrow. And I know me saying this 1,000 times won't change the fact, if I ever blow up and get famous, that these people will attack me and use my words against me. But I am for what's right. And what's right today, right now, is trying to get America back together. I remember as a kid how this stuff was, and it wasn't like this. And this stuff is sad. It's sick, honestly. And I do think Trump derangement syndrome is totally 100% real. I believe that is definitely a thing. And if it's not, somebody is doing something super criminal to the point they're trying to get out of the public eye. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. But hopefully Trump get him. And let's take a look. I'm gonna watch CNN. CNN don't like Trump, but I'm biased, and before I say something, I want to know the perspectives. And sometimes I might not see the other perspective, but if real recognize real, that's all I gotta say. That's all you need to know. Real recognize real. If real didn't recognize real, I wouldn't have heard Trump say these tariffs was going to bring us a $2,000 check and it not really come out. We just got the information the other day. I do want to look that up. So let's take a look at that. And right now, I may be predicting, or I may be 100% right. We're going to see, because my girlfriend sent me an article. But yeah, I don't think Trump isn't going to do anything that he hadn't said. I mean, like, that's just what it is. So let's take a look. And I do want to cover them Epstein files. Let's take a look, though.
year right after Thanksgiving is usually a layup for big retail companies. But this year has not been business as usual. Activists are upset that corporations are not speaking out against policies promoted by the Trump administration. And so now they want their money to talk. Like the No Kings protest or the Target fast. The branding for this pressure campaign is
I don't
we
know
ain't
where to
buying
put
it.
this.
Organizers want you to pull back from spending money at Target and Home Depot and Amazon. Now, in a press release, they say the companies have caved to Donald Trump's bigoted and anti-democratic attacks on our communities and our values, from cravenly abandoning their commitments to diversity, equity, and inclusion to enabling the terrorizing of our communities. Corporate collaboration must stop. Now, the boycott puts another bullseye on Target. The retailer has been open about seeing their bottom line be impacted by this previous boycott after dropping.
I'm sorry, but you can tell the bullshit. Let me see how loud this is.
DEI initiatives.
I'm sorry, but you can tell the bullshit from a mile away. I'm gonna just keep it real. If I know sometimes I don't necessarily mean to do certain stuff, but I don't know. If you rewind back a few seconds, I caught myself in an act, and half the time I was paying attention to this last video, I was actually paying attention. But then when I got to hearing this black CNN anchor get to talking, and it's a broad topic when you talk like this, and normally Democrats speak in broad topics. They speak in shit that is super broad, that you can't see the black and white with it. You can only see the white, or you can only see the black, depending on what they're saying. And when you say stuff as broad as that, you make it sound less than what it is, or maybe more than what it is, or maybe that you got to take action right now. So I do want to give you guys this type of breakdown, because maybe it's what they wrote and had him read, and that's just what it is. But I don't like the way black people are portrayed on current media, and I hate the way black people have been portrayed in any scenario. And it's not being portrayed because any type of what would you call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I wish I had a great vocabulary. I love Asmongold for that. I wish I had a great vocabulary. But fuck it, I can't remember. But yeah, you can't if that word come to my head, I say something, but it's weird, man. It's weird. You can't victim bait. I believe I'm making up a new word. This is called victim baiting. These people are victim baiting, and they're baiting you because you want to feel like a victim. You want to feel like something isn't being set up the right way. And again, it's not, but you're looking at the wrong person.
But is the holiday timing a game changer? Latasha Brown is co-founder of Black Voters Matter. That's one of the groups leading this We Ain't.
You see, we already started. And I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not a pro-black. I'm not pro-black. I'm not pro-white. I'm not pro-yellow. I'm not pro-green. I can give a fuck, bro. I'm telling you, all of my life I've been raised to hold my own, bro. I've been holding my own my whole life. And we could talk about colorism, and we could do all of that. We can definitely do all of that. My nigga, every friend that I've had, has said something about me being light skinned, and it's been completely negative. I mean, like, it could be funny at times for effect. You know, I like dark humor, and some people know how to maintain it and know when to do it and when not to do it. But you have some people, and regardless, I'm gonna just say everybody has said some shit about some light skinned nigga at some point in their life. y'all, you've all said it. I've even said it. I've even went up to somebody and been like, that's that light skin shit. But bro, ain't nobody oppressing fucking black people. Ain't nobody stopping black people from doing whatever the fuck they want to do, my nigga. If you wanted to go outside and smack a motherfucker, you could go smack somebody. If you wanted to go outside and get a job, you could go get a job. If you wanted to go outside and tote fucking guns, you can go tote guns. It's your decision. That's the reality of it. And then you have a lot of people who are blaming, the devil took my, or some type of way in that, in a sense where they use religion as a means of coping or a means of explaining what happened to their son who was just outside toting guns. But then you go on the news and say he was a great kid. But I mean, like, come on, we have to stop this fake ass shit. This shit is fake. This shit is fake. And if majority of black millennials and Gen Zs are saying this word, I'm gonna keep you fake or you real or whatever it is, that's a fake shit. Bro, all of that shit is fake. All of this Black Lives Matter shit is fake. All of this pro-black, all of this type of, we gotta have our black owned rooms, our only black rooms and all of that type of shit. How the fuck can you do that and white people can't have white only rooms? I mean, like, they called it segregation. They've outlawed segregation. They've outlawed all of this type of shit. So if white people can't have their own room, how can we have our own room? I don't. And another thing, I'm gonna get to ranting. I'm gonna definitely be ranting. There's a difference of percentage in population for all cultures. White people got 70% of the population, maybe 67, 68, 66, maybe something around that. But I know for a fact it's more than 65. They don't got no 50% in the United States. It's 60%. And black people, I believe we have 14%. 14 to 12%. Let's just keep it like that. I believe it went up this year, but we have 14%, 14 to 12%, wherever you want to use it. It don't matter. The margins are so fucking wide that even if you added 30%, it still wouldn't fucking matter. So let's just keep it real. We're going to add the 14% just in case it's 12 and somebody want to be like, well, we got more than that or something. So let's just go with the 14%. Let's just go with the majority, because it still don't fucking matter. If it's 70 people compared to 14 people, expect to see 5 white people to your 1 black person. Expect to see that. That's the ratio. That's the number. And that's how statistics and math works. I want to tell you, whenever I go outside, I don't see this lady every fucking time I step foot up outside. Ain't nobody mad at that. Ain't nobody mad that every time I step foot outside, this lady, not exactly her, but a woman of that skin complexion and a man of that skin complexion, I don't see them 24/7. I don't go to Walmart and look and be like, damn, the first person I seen was a dark skin. I go on Walmart and be like, the first 20 people I seen was white. Where the black people at? You want to know why? Because they're out there being raised by mothers. These mothers don't know how to control a man's emotion. These men jump off the porch, or these men go to foster care, and then they find another route to figure out their problems. And that other route is to be in a group of men. A group of men. A group of men. Why would I want to be with a group of men? Why would Little Dirk want to hang out with 21 Savage and fucking I don't know, Metro Boomin and Future and all? Why? I ain't gonna say they homosexual or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I ain't never finna put my trust in another nigga. I ain't never finna put my trust in another man. I'm like, you can help me carry this bed upstairs, but you think I'm finna go with you to go kill somebody? You think me and you finna go and go rob somebody? You think me and you think I'm gonna have another person who's able to testify to a judge or a court and tell him you think I'm really gonna testify. You think I'm really gonna have somebody with me? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do that shit by myself. I'm gonna do that shit by myself. Give me a second. I think my mic messing up. Testing. Yeah, bro. It's you can't. I just can't fathom being next to a whole nother nigga for a bunch of time, or to go be doing something, bro. You got a penis and you got a vagina, and a man with a penis has testosterone. A woman has something other. I think she got a little bit of testosterone, but it's not testosterone. But these are two opposite reactions, or two opposite, what would you call it? Two opposites. Let's just say that in a nutshell. This is like yin and yang. If you get three niggas with each other, bro, they might be cool, they might chill for the first week to a month or whatever it is. But once a problem start getting out of hand, them niggas gonna be fighting like lions. Why would I even want to put myself in that predicament? That don't even make no sense. Why wouldn't I want to go start a family, have some kids, have a girl who's going to be loyal to me for the rest of my life if I act right? Half of you niggas acting like bums and shit, and then they leave y'all. Yes, women are leaving at a higher rate than men or whatnot. But it's something not going on. It's something with both parties. It takes two. It's not just one person. It takes two. Me and my girlfriend been talking about this. I see how my oldest, my parents react in their relationship, how they communicate 24/7. And me and my girlfriend been doing it. It works. We got a dog over here. Talk to the dog, communicate. If I don't like something, I inform her. If she don't like something, she inform me. And if one of us don't like it, we just not going to do it. And it's not about not just doing it, because sometimes females just say we just not going to do it without any reason. This is where you come in. But you don't ever have to, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. It works out a lot more easier for me said than done. So let's keep this video playing. But this Black Lives Matter shit is one phony ass shit that y'all should stop believing. And I already knew they was coming with the fuck shit. I told y'all it was CNN. And this some fuck shit.
Buying it effort. Latasha, welcome back to the show. Let me start here. So we know about the reason behind the Target focus. Tell me about why you're also focusing on Home Depot and Amazon.
You know, when we look at Home Depot, it's interesting. Home Depot has actually built their business is based on home improvement and construction, and they've built their business on the backs, quite frankly, of immigrant labor, in an industry that depends on immigrant labor. But what we've seen.
Why? This sickens me. This. Keep it. It's okay, but bro, this shit sickens me, bro. I'm telling you. Home Depot off the backs of immigrants, nigga. Off the backs of immigrants, man. Let's keep listening to this bullshit, bro.
They've actually been colluding with ICE to provide information to surveillance. One of the groups that's a part of the coalition, that two of the workers that were in the store that they called, that ICE actually came in their store and attacked while they were in there. And so Home Depot has also been capitulating. They have aligned themselves with this.
I'm finna crash out. I'm finna crash out, bro. I'm about to crash out. And now at this point, I wanna show one of my threads. On my I'm gonna send the video. Actually, I think I get the video on my phone. I'm gonna show y'all this because it's insane on how many people. And this is I don't know. It had 1,000 comments. This is 1,000 people who legitimately are talking to each other that don't know how the government works, but they are voting and making opinions. They are doing it. We got a group of kids who don't know how to fucking write. Who y'all think? Y'all think the people who don't know how to write, you think they gonna vote for Donald Trump again or want a Republican? Or you think they gonna vote for some Democrat who finna give them some free food, some free shit? Who don't believe in ownership of shit? Bro, let's keep it going. Ownership is a huge title. It's like when you ask somebody, do they want to own something? They'll tell you yes. They'll tell you yes. But then they'll go vote for not Donald Trump. They'll go vote for fucking Democrats. They'll tell you they want to own something. They'll be dead ass serious. And then they'll tell you they can't make the money to own it. Then go vote for a Democrat. It's mind blowing. It's insane.
Administration that is.
And I'm not saying that voting for Democrats is wrong now. I'm like, I would vote Democrat if they had their mind on, but they don't. It don't seem like they. It don't seem like they are being serious about this. It seems like it's a joke almost, in my opinion.
Creating hurt and harm on the very people who have helped to build this business.
And Amazon?
And Amazon, what we see at Amazon is also they've been supporting, just for a tax break, they've been supporting this administration, providing $1 million for the inauguration, so that they can get tax benefits at our expense. And what we're saying is that we expect corporations to be accountable to the customers. You can't align yourself with an administration that that is hurting and harming our communities. We won't buy it. We ain't buying it.
Now, before we get to some of the goals of this protest, this boycott, Walmart rolled back their DEI. There have been ICE missions and operations outside of Lowe's locations.
Why these two are not the others?
Well, part of what we're asking people, and I think what you're going to see across the board this weekend, what you're going to see across the board is that many of those companies, they're going to see they're going to see their sales be down. What we wanted to do is to send a message with these three companies. One, it's measurable. They're focused. We're focused on that, but we're saying we ain't buying it. We're not standing with any company, right? These three are just the beginning. They're not the end. Those other companies as well, we've been asking people to hold their money, to not support and shop.
Yo, it's too early in the morning for this shit. I'ma just keep it so honest with you. I gotta crack a Corona. I ain't eat nothing yet. I ain't even stressing it, cause she gonna make me flip out. She gonna make me flip the fuck out.
With companies that do not align with the values that we believe.
He is too, goddamn. Just keep it real with you.
That supports our communities, including these other companies. These three companies just happen to be the companies that we decided that because of what was happening, because we're seeing egregious nature, that we would focus on those three companies.
And so how long is this going?
For this particular action, this is throughout the weekend up until Monday, which we're calling Cyber Shutdown Monday. But we're hoping that people take ownership, and we've already been seeing it. We have over 100 organizations that have signed on, that are part of this effort, millions of people that are participating, and we're hoping that folks will take their ownership, that they will become much more disciplined consumers, and that this will continue as we.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't go to Black Friday because of your ass. I didn't go to Black Friday because of her ass. I didn't go to Black Friday because I don't got no money. Because guess what? I live in fucking Florida. And you want to know what the best part about Florida is? When niggas in California destroy the city, we gotta pay for it. So I don't have no money, nigga. I don't have no money because of your ass. And then I don't have no money because, fuck it, all the food that went up. Y'all goddamn causing destruction. Shit costs more. Now we gotta pay for it. Now labor costs more. Like, come on, cuz how much destruction are you gonna cost until you realize that money costs to print. I kid you not. I don't believe we're printing the dollar, or not the dollar, the fucking what the fuck is that shit? Let me see. The penny. $2025 production halt. So it says halt. So we have no clue on if it may come back, depending on if these prices go back down. But on May 22nd, 2025, the Treasury announced that the last penny blankets, I don't know how to say that, so bear with me, were purchased by Mint. Production would cease at their exhaustion. Penny production for general circulation was halted on November 12th, 2025. So last month. But pennies will continue to be produced for collectors and historical purposes. So, I mean, like, it's not even, we're not even printing the penny no more because it costs too fucking much. That's like printing a $2 fucking bill. It doesn't make any sense. Now that we got to send our money to California, now that California the fucking burnt the fuck up, California was hell, literally hell in Biden's term. Dude, I don't even know if I have to, I can. Bro, Trump said, put the water in the fucking faucet. Put the water in the, not in the faucet. Put the water in the damn fire hydrant. The fucking fire hydrant. Put it in there. Put it in there today. Why y'all trying to say these fish that's up north still? If y'all want to save them, bring them from up north and put them down and have them repopulate. But put this water in the fucking fire hydrant. Guess what they did? Like, fuck out of here. Just went in y'all computers and goddamn, they just started opening up more fucking opening up more goddamn urban help centers and fucking and kid project helper shits and all of this black kid helping shit. And man, get the fuck on. Well, bro, I was, fuck it. I live in a hood now. You think I'm finna go out there and go shank somebody for some money or shoot somebody for some money? Man, you must be out your fucking mind, guys.
Go forward.
And so if people hold their sales until Tuesday, right? What you were going to buy on Amazon, what were you going to get at Target, you hold until Tuesday. What do you think the impact of the pressure campaign?
They're going to have to sell them at a lower price. Sure. Yeah. You're temporarily affecting something until it swings back around. This isn't something that's going to last forever. This is a problem. Y'all making decisions that are based for moments and not based for a generation. These are moments that you're causing. You're not causing generational moments. You're causing generational humps in the road for us to get over and continue upon. And I wouldn't be too surprised if Trump got his third term because he wasn't able to do anything that he was trying to do because you motherfuckers kept stopping his ass. Fuck is wrong with you?
Will be.
Well, let me tell you this.
And in my opinion, I think he wants this shit. I think he wants you to keep stopping him. I think he wants you to give him a reason to even be like, well, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, and shit. I couldn't help with the prices because BLM was fucking setting shit on fire. Antifa was setting shit on fire. How we paying for Antifa? How we paying the government? How we paying Antifa? How we got two organizations that we're paying and they're clashing against each other? This made me think of what is it called? The Avengers Civil War. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought we were all supposed to be on the same team. I thought we were all supposed to keep prices low.
This weekend alone, 20 to 30% of retail sales happens. That when you're looking at the fourth quarter earnings, it is determined on this week. For many businesses, particularly retail businesses, right, 6 months out, this is projection not just only for their fourth quarter, but this is the most important, I think, consumer weekend. That's why it was called Black Friday on Friday. And so this will send a message that in this short period of time that is known as the retail moment, it's called Black Friday is because many companies, this is when they go into the black,
sure,
right? So that's why it's the impact based on this has been a major sale, a cultural day where people shop and buy holiday shopping during this weekend.
Okay, so there seems to be one difference between the We Ain't Buying It effort and let's say the Target Fast. The Target Fast had a specific list of demands. They wanted 5 specific things. I went to the website for this effort, and I didn't see any list of demands. Right. So what is the measurement of success here? Just to impact sales for 3 or 4 days? Or do you want something in exchange?
That's a great question. I think there's a couple of things. One, the Target Fast is now the Target boycott, but this isn't a boycott. This is a consumer action. What we're saying is 3 things. One, we are reclaiming our power as consumers, that we will make more conscious choices. That part of the reason why we're working with 100 aligned organizations and
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think nobody was going to Black Friday this year anyway, so I don't believe you're doing anything too drastic. We're coming off the backs. This is the first Black Friday off the backs of fucking Democrats that we're trying to turn over. And it's not finna be easy. I don't expect it to be easy. The fact is, we have to reset prices. We can make people get better paying jobs, or we can give out money and say, hey, instead of McDonald's worker getting $15, maybe 20, but that's still going to inflate prices. So what you got to do is, once you take these immigrants out, you let the companies understand that ain't nobody finna buy that shit for $8, nigga. Like, what the fuck? And then they're going to bring the price down because of competition, nigga. Like, it amazes me that nobody understands competition. It amazes me that everybody has a business, everybody is on a network, everybody is doing something that's creating the money, but they don't understand competition. They don't understand the field that they're fighting in. And I get it. They don't understand because there's so many people that they just gonna buy it anyway. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, what do you want us to do? So they don't get competition. That's why Sprite, that's why there's a Sprite, that's why there's a Sierra Mist, that's why there's a fucking 7-Up, that's why there's a Coke, that's why there's a fucking a Pepsi, that's why there's a Dr. Pepper, that's why there's a Mr. Pip. Like, I'm telling you, it's competition. That's why there's a iPhone, and that's why there's a Android. That's why there's a Samsung TV, and that's why there's a LG TV. That's why it's JBL studio monitors and Yamaha studio monitors. That's why you got OBS and Streamlabs. That's why you got Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox. That's why you got PS5 and Xbox. That's why you got Newman and Blue. That's why all of these competitions, if you in the music industry, I just named something off. If you in the food industry, I just named something off. If you in the speaker industry, I just named something off. If you in the electronics industry, I just named it off. If you want, you want servers? Okay, if you're a business person, my nigga, I got a 24 port server right here. You gonna buy this 24 port server for $99, or you gonna buy another 24 port server for $150? That's the same brand. Which one you gonna take? I mean, like, and it's your decision. You have a decision. Ultimately, you make that decision regardless if you make it intentionally or if you didn't make it intentionally.
Billions of people, because we want, as consumers, we have a responsibility to be much more conscientious of how we spend our money. The second thing is really around redirecting our resources, that we're asking people to not spend with
Wait, whoa. I thought we was oppressed and we didn't have any money. How we spending money? Okay.
These large retailers, but we also are encouraging them to spend with small and local and Black-owned businesses, many of them that have taken a hit in this economy. And then the third thing is really around resistance.
Okay, so instead of working with the people who are 70% of the United States of America, you want me to work with and cherry pick and go Google search the 14, if that percent Black businesses in the United States. That's what you want me to do. Instead of you teaching your son how to be a good man and teaching your daughter how to treat a man so that they can find love and have kids and multiply, you want to tell us to go and shop in these Black-owned stores, the same stores that all Democrats are trying to take money from. I don't know, Mandu Mazzani or whatever it is, trying to take businesses away. Bro, it doesn't matter what, if you got a business, if you a small business and it's not up to par, he wants to take it away. It doesn't matter if you're a big business or a small business. It don't matter if you're McDonald's or AudioNarcs. It doesn't matter.
That we're sending a message loud and clear that those companies that align with policies that hurt and harm us, that
You're physically going after these big companies right now, but you've been going after these smaller companies with the shit that you're doing because of the bigger companies. It's the same business. Business is the same business. If you're charging companies 30%, you're charging small companies trying to get off the ground 30% as well. It might not hurt the big companies as much, and you might get some money out of them, but it doesn't help the small companies. Like you're putting people in disadvantages.
we are resistant. We will not support them. And so it's not just about how the bottom line of these companies in a boycott. It's also about the consumers' reactions. It's also about us really building a muscle that as consumers, we're saying and taking our power, and that we have to be more conscious around our spending choices.
And so, and you were on the
You should have been conscious 4 fucking years ago. 5.
show with Pastor Jamal Bryant, who's one of the leaders.
8, because Trump gave y'all some fucking stimulus checks. Y'all should have been cautious then, nigga. Y'all should have been saving that money up then, nigga, if it really meant something.
Of the Target fast. And after months of that effort, Target acknowledged that foot traffic was down at stores, sales were down, the stock price was down. Brian Cornell, the CEO, transitioned away from that role, and still Target did not change their DEI policies that led to the boycott.
Well, just as Target is making a choice, so are we.
So with this DEI situation, I'm gonna update you just in case you ain't never seen it or whatever it is. Imagine somebody. Okay. Imagine somebody with a disability trying to get a job, right? There's specific jobs that you could go get. You could go to the, you could work for the government and help them. They always hire disabled people depending on how disabled you are or whatever it is. But you're given a specific job that you can specifically do, right? So it's not that it's your color, it's what your ability is and your ability to do something. So the job is contoured towards your disability, right? For Black people, DEI is a disability that's contoured around us. So you're Black, we're going to give you a job, but there's no limbs and like no type of shit in places, or organ or fucking skin. Isn't our skin an organ? I do believe so, but it's our organ, our skin, that is the disability. This is how these Black people are talking to each other. And they're in full agreement with this, mind you. He is so concerned that his eyes are shriveled up, wanting to understand what's going on. What's wrong? Are you sure this is what it is? I get it. There's no pushback. Bro, ain't no fucking way because you don't CNN. Look at him. Bro, look like a fucking... Let me stop.
We're making a choice that we are not going to stand and support businesses that, one, have literally built this idea, you know, saying on one hand, they were saying that, oh, we are welcoming and we want to support communities. And then what you're seeing is the moment that they're abandoning those values, they abandon that, which tells you that they've used identity.
I still got a job. I still got a job. He still got a job. She still got a job. I don't understand. I mean, like, DEI was everywhere. Y'all still got a job? Why? I don't. This is the thing. They make you think. Right now, I'm stressed the fuck out listening to this shit. They want you to be stressed out. I'm going through it with you. I'm finding the key pieces where they lying, because you can always tell where they lying. This whole little CNN little segment was some bullshit. They paid for this bullshit segment. Basically, they're getting paid for this.
Identity just as a marketing ploy, not necessarily because it's been a value. And so people have power, we have choice. And just as they're making choices to abandon these policies that we believe actually help and support our communities, we're making a choice, we ain't buying it, to spend with them as they undermine and align themselves with policies that hurt and harm us.
And again, you say that this is just the start. Have you efforted conversations with the executives of these companies?
Some of the members of our, yes, I know that Target, I myself have not, because as we said, this is a consumer action. Yeah. So for us, I want to be clear to make the distinction that we're doing a consumer action, but as a part of that, the Target boycott and others that are part of our coalition have been in conversation, have been open on that. And I'm hoping that those companies see how serious we are on this, and that this isn't about one organization, one company, even one boycott action. This is about how do we change the culture of consumers? How do we change the culture of those of us who have resources?
Well, I'm gonna tell you how to change those differences very fucking soon.
In such a way that we're going to spend them with companies that feel that they are more responsible to our communities.
All right, Latasha Brown, I thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
So this time.
So I want you guys to understand, and if you don't like Trump, I mean, like, at least give this a listen. If you stayed this long in the video, give this a promising listen, right? From the beginning, since the United States was a thing, we've had an immigration policy. Immigrants have to come. They have to know all of the all of the presidents. They have to know something. I think they got to know all the states as well. They have to know English and all of this type of stuff, right? Because English is the main language in the United States. And they take a test and see if they pass. They have to wait a few years, blase. And as long as you got enough money, if you got enough money to get here, you're definitely not going to be a piece of trash to the community. But taking an advantage of coming here without no money, you would probably be willing not to do any fucking thing because everything is given to you. So this is the problem. When you bring in 20+ million immigrants, illegal immigrants, fresh off the border, not through no process, fresh out the border, fresh out the water, they get their paperwork signed still wet. When you do that, and then you give them a piece of paper and tell them you can go vote this upcoming election in the next 2-3 months, that's some bullshit. That's some BS. That's some complete trash. That's definitely illegal. I don't even understand that you guys thought Trump was so unstoppable that you decided to bring in 20 million plus immigrants and told them that they can vote the same day and that you can go to court in a few weeks. Once you go to court the first time, it's going to be postponed for the next 2 years or something like that. Like they're just living there. They're just here to vote. They're literally just here to vote. They go to court and they're in court waiting on a process for them to become American citizens, but that process still happens. They're just here. They're not legal yet. They haven't took the test to become legal. they're just chilling here right now until they go through that test that makes them, or unless they say, hey, I'm trying to go to a sanctuary city so that they can protect me from the mafia or something like that. That's not the case. Half of these niggas are the mafia because they wouldn't want to come here if they wasn't living good. If they had a house, my nigga, I don't have no reason to want to go over there unless I was doing bad, get my ass beat, or chased by some fucking criminals. Why would I want to go over there to take their land and do whatever I want to? And I'm just fine in my condo or apartment or whatever you want to call this. I'm just fine. So you have to understand, these people came over here for a reason, and they took treacherous fucking journeys to get here for a reason. Treacherous. Maybe that should click in your mind. Maybe these people aren't so good. They took a treacherous way to get here, to run from whatever they're running from, and there's still people in their country, but they're the only ones here. Oh, another thing, and they're waving their flags. They're telling us how great their country is, but you came here. You came to the United States of America. I don't get it. Why would you want to be here? Then, what's the problem to all of this money problem and all of that type of shit? Well, it's a thing called supply and demand. Supply and demand is the amount of supply you got and the amount of demand you got. That's how you do business. This has been something taught to me, and it's crazy because I know this girl I went to school with in elementary school, and majority of this shit I learned in elementary school. I barely learned any crazy new facts in high school. But this girl, she's telling me, if you don't like immigrants or illegal, if you don't like immigrants, then you shouldn't be here. Chick named, what is it, Hope or some shit. Hope gonna tell me, or Hope gonna post on there, if you don't like immigrants, then you have a problem or something like that. I'm like, well, we don't like illegal immigrants. We don't want no illegal immigrants in the United States. Why would we want illegal immigrants? I mean, like, you're alluding to illegal immigrants because you was never talking about immigrants when you was a kid, my nigga. She ain't black or white herself. She like some type of mix. I don't know if she got here legally. I don't care, but my nigga, if you're defending them, you're going through something, in my opinion, and you might not be safe, my nigga. And I hope that you don't get deported, because shit. But the bad thing about it is we've been taught this since school. I've learned what an illegal immigrant was in middle school. I've learned what the government do in middle school. I learned that they govern, and I learned that a big government wasn't the best thing. This is in Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, one of the most unknown cities you've never heard of, right? So I've learned that stuff in school, and I hear a lot of major people, or I hear a lot of other people telling me that it wasn't taught to them in school. But this is the main business practice: supply and demand, my nigga. So if you got, all right, all of this stuff is really a nimble balance. This is a nimble game. You got 4 quarters in a year. Basically, it makes sense. 4 quarters in a year, basically. Just take that. First quarter, you see how you doing. Second quarter, you reflect on the first quarter and see what you need to do. So if you did really good and you had a supply, you didn't know what the demand was, so you made 500 products. I told my homeboy, he said he likes shoes, so we can stick with shoes. You got 500 shoes you're trying to sell first quarter. All of them get sold. Or no. You got 500 shoes. Yeah, all of them get sold. Then you bring 500 shoes the second quarter, and Biden is bringing immigrants in, right? So you got 500 shoes for the second quarter, and then you got immigrants. So now your shoes get sold even fucking quicker. They get taken off the fucking shelf like that because you got the immigrants, and shit, ain't nobody, it don't seem like nobody's competing because there's so many people out here. Okay, so I'm gonna buy 1,000 fucking shoes because now we in business. Then Trump, that quarter, takes immigrants away. And now you got 1,000 shoes that you don't know what to do with. that you bought at regular price, now you got to sell them at a discount because ain't nobody coming to buy them. You've fucked up the market. You're fucking up the market. You can't just bring some shit like that and expect the market to be able to adjust. Bro, shit gonna go up. If I got 500 shoes and 1 million immigrants come in and they take my shoes off the fucking shelf so fast that I can't really even think about it, I'm going to either buy more shoes or I'm going to sell my shoes at a higher price so I could get more money. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably just going to up the price because you're probably in the middle of that shit. And then the next whatever it is, you're going to increase purchase of the shoes that you have. You're going to get 3 more on the third quarter. You're going to get another 1,000 shoes or whatever it is. But when Trump take them immigrants away and you got 1,000 shoes, now you got to sell them hoes at a discounted price. It's just, it is what it is. And a lot of people don't understand supply and demand. You could say it ain't good to go take these motherfucking immigrants up off the street, but it ain't good for them to be here. It's not. I don't know what's a better way to explain it, say it, try to goddamn get you guys to understand it, but this honestly a fucked up situation. This is an hour video. I honestly don't want to watch that. It's sick. Now look at the problems going on right now. It's ugly ass, cuz they embarrass us, cuz they embarrass us, and they're the majority of black people, and they embarrass us, cuz.
Brand new work requirements for food stamp recipients, thanks to the big, beautiful law. Those kick in today and could save taxpayers billions. Fox Business's Darren Botello joins us now from Capitol Hill with more. Hey, Darren.
Hi, Dagan. So starting today, millions of food stamp recipients all across the country are going to have to work, volunteer, or participate in job training for at least 80 hours a month. Those are the new requirements. As you said, this is all under the One Big Beautiful Bill that was passed this past summer. And if you don't, you can only receive benefits for 3 months in a 3-year period. This applies to Americans 55 through 64 years old who may have children 14 to 18 years old. This also ends previous exemptions for many homeless people, veterans, and young adults aging out of foster care. Here's SNAP by the numbers. 42 million Americans are on it, with a majority at...
Yeah, I thought 42 million people were from the starve. I mean, like, at this point, I think only a few states got their food stamps, but not every state got their food stamps.
Or below the poverty line, and in households that include children, seniors, or someone with a disability. Now, according to the Congressional Budget Office, the new requirements are expected to reduce the average monthly number of SNAP recipients by about 2.4 million people over the next decade. Here's Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins talking to Fox about allegations of SNAP fraud and even illegal immigrants using the program under the Biden administration.
We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February, to send us their data and let us, with DOJ and a war room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden. We've studied about $100 billion in spend. We have found thousands and thousands of illegal use of the EBT card. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, we've moved off.
And if you're new to SNAP, the rules could start immediately or at your next recertification. Dagan?
Darren, thank you for that report. Darren Botello for us on Capitol Hill. EJ, how big a deal is this?
I think it's huge. It's something like 2/3 almost of able-bodied adults getting SNAP benefits aren't working right now. I mean, that's appalling. These are able-bodied adults. Yes, you look at those numbers that were just on the screen. You can see how many of them are in poverty, right? Have little to no income. But for many of these people, that's a choice, and that's not right. This is actually a moral issue. It's not just economic. It is morally wrong that the taxpayer is footing the bill for people who can but are simply choosing not to work. That's not right.
There's some great numbers out there from the federal government, okay? You don't have to go to some obscure think tank somewhere. Federal government telling us nearly 12% of SNAP benefits, or $10.5 billion, were improper last year. The overpayment rate is something like 9.84%. And the national payment error rate, 10.93% in 2024. So we've got issues. Some of it is the government just not administering this program very well. And the rest of it is exactly what EJ was saying. People getting benefits who maybe shouldn't.
Another good thing about COVID is I think this brought to life. I remember my dad in the middle of COVID saying, I can't hire enough people because they're getting paid more to stay at home. And I can't meet the government's per hour wage. I can't do it, and I try to hire them, and they laugh at me saying, I'd rather stay home and collect more money than work and collect less money and then pay taxes on the money that you're gonna pay me. So I think COVID was a very good example, and I think an eye-opening for a lot of small business owners out there who were like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like, people will not come to work because they're getting paid to sit at home. But on the other hand, and Brian, you and I started to get into this debate last week, and I want to bring it up again. I firmly believe in my blood, like you said, there is dignity in work. Work is a moral issue. It's good for the soul, it's good for families, it's good for...
And it's crazy because some men aren't working. And when I stay home, like today I've been home, I just haven't had, my job didn't give me a schedule today. I would have been at work. But I can't stay home and feel good about myself. You feel me? And right now, where my mind is, I don't want a family today, but I'm not trying to bullshit with nobody and them niggas just dip off. Like, you feel me? So I do want a family, and I'm looking to have a family, but you can't, bro. You gotta raise them up to have some dignity, have some pride, have some motivation, have some self-respect, nigga. Why you want somebody else to pay for your stuff? It's Looney Tunes to me. It's goofy.
Communities, it's good for your work ethic. It's good for kids to see moms and dads go off to work every day. But And I firmly believe that Americans in this country actually do want that. I spoke with a lot of people during COVID, and they said, I don't want another government handout. I want you to let me open my business, open up the economy. I don't want a loan. I want revenue, and I want profit. Brian, you sort of hinted, I think, last week that we're undergoing a shift in society right now where there are some younger workers who don't want to work, maybe, right? Where there's sort of this entitlement. And I'm hoping that that isn't the case. I'm hoping that there are still people in the generation that, you know, we all grew up with where there was dignity in work and they wanted to. And I'm wondering is that changing? Is this new generation thinking, nah, I feel entitled. I kind of want to sit home and collect that paycheck. I'm not sure I want revenue. I think I want handouts.
I think you're more, as a young person, you're more likely to feel that way if you've gone to college than if you didn't. That actually, I think we, like the elite in America want to teach.
For a fact. I for a fact believe that shit. And for whatever reason, it's weird because these colleges are teaching our people that basically we ain't shit. Like, you should, like, I don't understand what they're going through in college, but it's not good. And I'm not finna touch no college. I ain't even gonna lie with you. I would prefer to stay my ass right at home and find trade job. Like, I do low voltage right now. I'll do low voltage. I'm living straight. I don't want too much. I don't want not enough. You feel me? I want a regular life, and I think Instagram has finessed people into thinking that they could live better than what they're made to believe that they're kind of destined for. Not everybody is supposed to be famous. Only 1% go to the league, and some people just got to be cool and comfortable with that. And I also do believe there are a lot of people blowing up in our inner circles, like just like little famous people that we used to be friends with. And I think since it hit so close to home, sometimes back in the day with Tupac and Biggie, I think it was more of a rarity. You normally grow up with your friends and all of that type of shit, but nowadays your friends get an Instagram. You might have a group of 4, one of them blow up, and then everything just disperses, or everything changes, and everything is just all different. And I think that can definitely stop some people from working, because they can see what could have been, but they weren't able to have what it takes. That's just me.
You that somehow work isn't dignifying, or that a program like this, and I haven't checked in with, AOC or Elizabeth Warren yet to find out what they think about this.
And this food stamp shit is bullshit. I'm telling you, cuz I don't know if this is under statute of limitations or whatever it is, but we used to buy food stamps. I mean, like, why not? They stopping this shit. It's already done and over with. But I remember my folks buying food stamps. I've bought some food stamps before, and it's because people have 4 or 5 babies and they have too much food stamps, and they've already filled their fucking entire refrigerator, and it can't be filled no more. So they go out and sell the shit, and then they go buy some shit, and then you got the people who are getting 1,000 plus food stamps who don't need it, who's selling it, which is coming out of the government's paycheck. And then the government don't own the Federal Reserve, so it costs to get that money and send it to you, and then the government has to pay that shit back. So you got a lot of people with over $1,000 who are selling the food stamps, and then you have immigrants who are here who are just getting food stamps that they don't even qualify for. Like, nigga, you ain't put no work in the society. You ain't put no kid here. You ain't do nothing. But then it's ridiculous. And then expect yourself to stay here with civil rights laws that were made for black people. Civil rights laws were made for black people. It wasn't made for immigrants to come in here and pop out a fucking baby and say my baby was born on natural US soil, so we're citizens as well. It doesn't work like that. Fuck nah. Hell nah, cuz. Appreciate you for watching all of this political stuff, because I feel like this information needs to get out to the public and be more aware, so that our counterparts, if you're black and watching me, definitely get the news out. I would literally stop being friends with motherfuckers for them to understand this, because this isn't what would you call it? Something. This isn't this is a theory or something like that. This shit is fact. All of this shit is fact. We had this stuff set in place years ago when we didn't have welfare, food stamps. We didn't have a whole bunch of baby mamas with a whole bunch of baby daddies and all of that type of shit. We was straight. Prices was cheap. Families was together. All of that type of shit. But now we just give an incentive for motherfuckers to move on and keep it pushing, and it'll be straight. As a man, you tell your son that. But women go outside like it'll be straight. They might cry and do all of that type of shit, but it's gonna be straight. And it is gonna be straight. But as a man, if you break your fucking hand and you get put in a cast, it's gonna be straight. It ain't gonna be straight that you leave your man that you got a baby with and go with another nigga because you guys had a misunderstanding or whatever it is. That's not what that meant. But now women are taking it as that. And again, you might cry, you might do all of that, but black people ain't gonna be happy until we raise the population of our of us. If we can't breed more kids or have more babies and stay together and all of that type of shit, we are going to be fucked. We're seriously going to be fucked. We're 14%. We're killing each other. And instead of fighting to keep each other alive, we're fighting to put out mental facilities to help these kids get over it and all of that type of shit. In all actuality, as a kid, this stuff is instilled. Your personality is instilled into you as a kid. they really need an ass whooping by their father. So all of this pro Black Lives Matter and all of this type of shit, y'all won't stay with y'all man to even take care of a kid. Why would I listen to pro Black Lives Matter? Why would I listen to pro Black or Black Lives Matter when y'all ain't even trying to benefit our society? Instead, y'all crying about some shit that's being taken away. Bro, it's been 1 million babies every year since the year 2000 that's been aborted. That means we have 25 million aborted children that could have been here, gone. Just like that. Y'all take what y'all want from it. I'm out of here. I love y'all guys. Thank you for watching. And if you like, I can't talk that fast shit. I'm gonna get it. But if you like, comment, subscribe, do what you got to, share the video, get it out to your black brethren. If they don't like Trump, tell them fuck them. Oh, let me stop it. I'm out, guys.